So we're only 2 days away now from the release of Captain America: Brave New World. So preliminary reports are that the film is not great, but not bad. Which, all things considered, is kind of a good result, actually. I shall, of course, have my full review of the film for you later in the week. I wouldn't be surprised if Brave New World turns out to be not bad in the end. I mean, that's not going to be hard, is it? I mean, it's also not going to be enough to save the film at the box office, I think, given how huge the budget was, especially after all the reshoots. But not bad is the bare minimum I would expect for the movie, especially given how much it's been reworked, reshot, and re-edited. I mean, boy, I tell you, it had want to be watchable given the amount of money they've spent on that film. But in less than 3 months' time, the second MCU movie of the year will hit cinemas. Thunderbolts, with an asterisk at the end. Now, from the trailers so far, it's all felt a bit low energy. But this most recent trailer has certainly changed things, in my opinion. At last, we have a trailer for the film that teases the threat, gives us a sense of urgency in the plot, and shows us what the so far faceless villain is capable of. Incidentally, this villain is going to be Sentry, played by Lewis Pullman. Sentry is about as close to Superman as the MCU gets. Yes, the film still has that horrible grey, desaturated, muddy colour palette. But at least now we have what looks like a bit of fun, a sense of the conflict and the interplay between the characters, and more likability and emotion is coming through from the characters as well, which is obviously very important. Put it this way, this trailer makes a much more positive impact on me than all of the Captain America: Brave New World trailers so far. More on the Thunderbolts right after this. But before I go very much further...
Dave, are you about to shill your novel again?
No.
Really?
Well, maybe just a little bit. My new sci-fi novel, Deus v Machina, is available from the links below. It's Las Vegas 2045. Private detective Cody Stockton is investigating the accidental death of an IT specialist and soon discovers he was murdered. Meantime, the international community plans to unleash a tyrannical artificial intelligence on the world, a plan that could enslave all of humanity in a population control system. But then a mysterious stranger claiming to be the son of God suddenly appears and begins performing miracles, denouncing this AI. Stockton's investigation leads him to a deadly satanic cult and a shocking global conspiracy that ties all of these events together. Deus v Machina is a fast-paced sci-fi noir thriller with suspense, twists, and plenty of intrigue. Check it out in paperback, audiobook, and ebook formats from the links below. Okay, so welcome back. I think it's clear that this movie has had a more cohesive plot setup and a smoother production than Brave New World. Of course, this trailer does what many modern movie trailers do. It makes use of a classic 1980s song, used in a kind of ironic way with dramatic trailer music as well. The song used is Nothing's Gonna Stop Us by Starship. It actually works pretty well. It also adds a welcome feel-good factor to the film as well, which was definitely lacking from the first two trailers. It seems much of the humour will probably come from Red Guardian, played by David Harbour. I think he's a pretty good character. He was certainly the highlight from Black Widow. There is much of the same kind of Marvel humour in there that we expect, but he is quite funny, and it looks like the emotional core of the film will probably be between himself and his fake daughter, Yelena, Black Widow. So there's a bit of sentimentality there. Now, where the first two Thunderbolts trailers didn't really sell me on the potential for a likeable bunch of misfits and rogues, this one does demonstrate that this team could be an engaging group of unlikely heroes. Above all, Sentry, being as powerful as he is, provides a legitimately potent adversary because none of the Thunderbolts are even in the same league as him in terms of power. So an overpowering villain and a group of dysfunctional protagonists who have to become more and work together. They have to be reluctant heroes. There's a story there with a lot of potential, I think. What's been lacking of late in MCU films is the kind of clinical finishing and high quality writing that we used to get in the first three phases. So we shall see if we get the same kind of magic for this movie. But what is positive is that although this film has had some reshoots. It's kind of par for the course these days. We haven't been hearing anything like the disastrous behind-the-scenes reports that came out for Brave New World. And also, test screenings have been positive for Thunderbolts, which is great. They haven't had to radically rework the movie because of bad responses. This article is from CBR.com from November 28th of last year. Thunderbolts reportedly set for reshoots. Test screening reactions revealed. According to Hollywood scooper Daniel Richtman, Marvel has scheduled some reshoots for Thunderbolts in December. Though it's unspecified how long the additional photography will last, reshoots are common occurrences for comic book movies, with the movie preceding Thunderbolts, Captain America Brave New World, undergoing extensive extra photography since the summer after wrapping filming last year. Thunderbolts was shot between February and June of this year, spanning Atlanta, Utah, and New York. Despite the planned Thunderbolts reshoots, Richtman claims Marvel is pretty happy with the film. Furthermore, the upcoming film held test screenings for audiences earlier this month, earning positive reactions from those in attendance, which I think is a far cry from the very negative reactions that Brave New World was getting, which forced it to have to go through radical changes. So, by comparison, Thunderbolts looks like a well-oiled machine. So that's it. That's the plot twist, I suppose, isn't it? Thunderbolts might actually be good. And this recent trailer was much more encouraging, in my opinion, than the previous two. And considering it's got a budget of $150 million, which is way less than Brave New World, it stands a solid chance of breaking even, or potentially even being a surprise hit. I have my fingers crossed for this one. So guys, please go and check out this latest Thunderbolts trailer. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.